Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a guide on the Cayo Perico heist. Now, I've seen a lot of videos on this, and I've seen how they've always done the guides on how's the best way and everything. And I thought to myself, I might go do a guide for myself to show you all what's the quickest way and I think the most efficient way to maximize your time doing the Cayo Perico heist. Also, in some cases as well, I will also be speaking up to tell you what I'm doing, and I will tell you what I'm doing so you can wrap your head around about what's going on. So then it will make it easier. So then you don't have to watch the video and you'll be asking questions in the comments section. How did you do that? Or how did you do this? I will just be commentating over everything, so then it'll be easy for you to understand what's going on and what I'm doing now. Now, as you see, I've just cut to the clip to where it is easier, so I'll be able to instantly take you on the journey. Now, as you can see, I am sprinting over to the dirt bike that always spawns here. It's an automatic spawn. You'll see it every time when you're doing your scoping out. Now, as you see, I've just cut to the clip to where we're at the first checkpoint. Now, most people will just say get off your bike and go and find the ATV, but I don't really do that. As you can see, I'm waiting for the cars to go by. If you look at my mini-map, I'm going through the gate with the dirt bike and going through, dodging the cameras, and also the guy on the sniper tower at the checkpoint has really bad sights, so he can't really see you. As another thing, there's a sniper to the right of me where you got to also be careful because he might accidentally lock onto you and you'll be able to see you and you'll get caught and you'll have to do everything all over again. Now, as you see, I'm doing a wheelie as of now. It's because it also makes my bike go a little bit faster, so I can speed up the process a little bit more. As you see, I'm still wheeling, as you can see a little bit in this clip. It's because I will still go a little bit more faster, also to jump the railing. And as you'll see here, I will be going up this ladder, cutting to it, going straight to Vault Lab. And now these three symbols, the X is a 10 times, and the horizontal line with the two sort of vertical lines is the 2 times. The square with the line through it is a 1 times. So it's basically basic maths. And as you can see, if you pause the video, you can see that it was basically 2 times, 10, and 1. Now, cutting to the transition to the cameras, instead of the best way to go instantly after you go to your phone, you don't go left because they'll take you a transition from a lot of different cameras from the entrances and exits, which is a very big pain if you're just trying to fast forward to it. So you go to the right, you fast forward through it all until you reach the basement. Now, what happened is I got really unlucky and I got the 900,000 tequila. Either way, this is just a 1.8 million, so this is the most common one you could ever get. So if you get, for instance, the necklace, or you get the pink diamond, or the bearer bonds, all through those 4, you can get those and you'll get more profit off this as well. Now, for instance, if you're doing this with a duo, it'll be best to have 3 gold deposits inside. If you're only doing it solo, you can just skip all over this for a little bit further ahead until we reach to the next one. Now, if you're doing it with a duo or with 3 people or 4, now you will just keep on watching because right now, once you reach the south storage camera, you don't have to look any further because there is nothing else. Now, what I will also say is just collect gold, cash, and as other stuff as well. Now, most people don't really know this because either most YouTubers have told you about this already, or if you don't know it at all, that's just why I'm doing this little part here, as you can see. Now, if you swim in front of the El Rubio's mansion, there is a drainage tunnel right here. Now, it's not saying that I have scoped it out, but because I have already done it many times. Now, now that we're back, I am returning back to Los Santos to continue further on with the guide. Now, as you can see, I got unlucky again. I got Merriweather HQ, which is one of the most annoying heist preps for this, which is just a bit of a pain to do, but it is still very fast and efficient, as you'll see. Now, grab your Sparrow or a Buzzard, if you don't have a Buzzard, a Presser, or any type of flying vehicle that you have, or if you just grab a ground vehicle, that's fine either way. Just go and follow the helicopter as it may. Now, there is 2 different spawn locations for the Merriweather one. There is one up in Grapeseed, as you can see on the map, on my minimap, you'll be able to find where this spawn location is. Now, there is another one which is very easy, is also up in the north of the map, which is where the wind farm is, where one of the most facilities are, and there it's just on the east of it. So it is another spot as well, and the way you can tell it, if it's on the right side of the dam, it is going towards the wind farm. If it's on the left side of the dam, that means it's going towards Grapeseed, and that's a little tip I have found out. Now, we're starting to enter inside of the Avenger, and now there's 2 guards in there. Just make sure you get ready for your shotty or AR, depends on which one you gun you use. I'm using the combat shotgun because it is just finishing them all off and headshotting them. Now, once you do it, Pavel is going to be telling you that you are now up in the sky. Now, I am going to cut because now you just have to jump out. There's going to be some guards down below, so you have to get ready. And yeah, that's basically it. Fly back to your sub and start up the next one. Now, next one we're starting up is Plasma Cutter. Plasma Cutter is sort of a difficult one if you are not really got like good guns or anything, but it is still good if you have the Sparrow or Buzzard, or ask your friend if you can to borrow your Oppressor or Buzzard, or Sparrow, by the way. Now, as you see, I'm just entering. I had to cut towards where the safe house is. I am now entering to get a pick. Now, some people have had problems with this and they've never understood why. Every time you take a photo, you got to hold R2 to take a photo because the game is bugged. So then, if you just take a normal photo without focusing with the camera, it will not work, and it is really buggy and kind of annoying when we're doing it. Now, as you see, I've got the location of where it is. I'm using a rocket to kill most of the enemies, so I won't have to worry about the enemies aimbotting me and killing me instantly, because the enemies it seems like every single new heist, there's always more aimbotting with these AIs, which is very annoying. Now, as you can see, we're now doing the Fingerprint Cloner. Now, this one is very easy, and you can do it very easy with all you need is the Assault Shoddy. I did not have the Assault Shoddy on me at the minute, and I was just using rockets mostly of the time. Now, if you don't want to get spotted by the cameras, so then they are ready for you, there is this little box over here. They're all on different locations, but just walk around the corner of the building and you'll see this little switch. They'll tell you to turn off the cameras, which is very, very easy and very good because it is much easier, so then you are ready for them, so then you don't have to worry. Now, as you can see, I've killed most of the enemies with the shoddy. Just hit him there. Bit funny. Anyway, the hacking is a very easy one. All you got to do is try to make the word, and you just got to align all the red letters to make a word. For this one, I got Panthers, which is what I got it right. Now, as you see, I'm going to transition to the next spot. Now, it will take you over to 3 different places, one under the highway, another one close by the casino, and the other one which is by the Ferris wheel on the pier, on the beach. Now, this one I got under the highway, which was not that far away from it, and I will also say as well, if you do not want to sprint through this, just go into first person and it will automatically sprint for you, so you won't have to worry about holding it, and it just makes things go a little bit faster, so you won't have to worry. And so it's a bit more efficient, so then you won't have to like be slow walking through the entire thing, and it's kind of annoying because you can't jump as well, which is just bothersome. Now, next we're doing Cutting Torch, another very easy one, which can take you only 2 minutes to do, depends on where your sub is. Now, if you know what I'm about to say now, for me, I have got this one over here. This is close by Michael's house, or in where the Eclipse towers are. Now, if you want to do it stealthy, there is the builder helmet right here, so then you won't have to worry about getting alerted by the guards, but don't stay in their cones too much or else you'll alert them. As you see, I have found it. There is a lot of toolboxes here, and they are very hard to see, so you got to go through every single one of them. Now we're moving on to the Costco one. Now, I've seen a lot of different guides on how they do this. Now, for me, this is how I do mine. I teleport my Costco over, so then I can maximize my efficiency, so then I don't have to worry about flying all the way over there. And instead of getting out and getting my Sparrow, I am going to drive over there, so then I can basically park right next to it, so then there won't be any problems of me going next to it, and won't have to worry because I'll have to ditch the Sparrow and have to find another way of getting around, which is either a dinghy, which is also annoying because the enemies have helicopters and they will just laser you and you'll be dead and you'll be spawning away on another jet ski and it will just become very annoying if that happens. Now I'm in my special sub just sitting there and in safety, won't have to worry. Now I've just killed them all, and now I'm diving, so then I can park right next to it. Instead of just staying on the top of the surface, what you do is you dive down, and I'm just using the sub there as a brake. Boop. Now, as you can see, I am now next to the sub, and I put autopilot on, and I've also transitioned, so I save time for this video. Now, what you can do is that an enemy will come over, you hit them, and take cover behind this door because this guy is a very annoying guy because he can just laser you with his shotty if you're very low on health after from the other guy. Now, there are 3 different spawn locations. There's one in the engine room, which, as you can see here, one in the engine room, and if you just look down in the grates, you'll just be able to see it. And there's one also in the control room, and there's also one in the torpedoes room, which is at the front of the sub. Now, you can get 3 different spawn locations for the control room and the engine room. Those are the 2 most common that I've seen. The submarine one, well, the torpedo one is one of the most annoying ones because you have to go through a whole brontal of enemies, and which just is a massive big waste because it just is just so annoying that you have to go through all those enemies and they very lazy you because all you use is shotties and it's just a bit annoying. But if you have the shotty, it'll be much more better. Now, as you see, I've done those 5 setups, and now we're going to be starting up the Cayo Perico heist, and we're going to start it up now. Now we're going to be doing the heist now. So I will try to my best to explain what I'm doing and how to speed run everyone to kill all the guys. My mate over here, he's a very skilled guy as well, and he's going to be taking care of the other side of the side of El Rubio's mansion. Now, as you see, I am sprinting and grabbing my gun. Don't worry about the Juggernaut or that enemy that's next to me. He will not hear my footsteps, so I won't have to worry. I killed the Juggernaut right here, don't worry about. He's got a very weak helmet, so you won't have to worry. Make sure you snipe that camera as well, because your mate might go through it accidentally while you're trying to go through that room, which is to the left of me. Kill this guy right here, so you won't have to worry about him later. And my mate went to the right, so then he'll be able to deal with the other guards, so it's easier as well. And we're all working independently, and we're all waiting for this guard right here, as you can see. And my other guy, he's already picked up the keys, and we're already halfway through for these guards already. And we've killed one of the annoying enemies, which is the Juggernaut, which I just got earlier. Now I am just sprinting because there are no enemies around me, so you won't have to worry about them hearing my footsteps. Now I wasn't quick enough to kill this guy here before they overlap in their cones of vision, so I wasn't able to kill him just yet. But once he stepped out of it, I killed him, and I ran right at him, hit him, and now I am running over and about to go and get this other guard that's over here as well. Now, as you can see, I kill him right here. Boom, he's dead. Now, I was about to go and finish off the two enemies, but then I realized we didn't really have to worry about them because we never really go around that place, so we just said to each other that we weren't going to do it. Now, I instantly rushed again. He's dead. Moving on. Now, another thing I picked up as well that I forgot about just now, that safe does not take up any space inside your loot bag, so you can get a free extra 100k without having to worry about filling up an extra bit of a slot inside your duffel bag, and it's all nice and simple. Now, as you can see here, you can take notes if you want to, from how I'm doing this. Now, I've mastered this very well, so you can take notes if you want to, or I can tell you a complete guide on how I do it. So if you want to do that video, give me a suggestion down in the comments below, and I will tell you how I do it and how I've mastered the Fingerprint Cloner. Okay, now my friend has just been waiting, so I'll be able to show you what I'm doing. For this, I found a method which is very good. Now, what you want to do is once you get to the red, where it's right next to where it's about to overheat, just constantly keep tapping your R2 trigger, and keep on tapping it and tapping it, so then it keeps staying in the red, but doesn't also overheat at the same time. And you've got to be quite precise with this, or else it will not work perfectly. But as you can see here, it also very speed runs the thing. See, I've already got it, and that was like under 20 seconds, and it doesn't take forever, and I'm also not overheating. Now over here, for the card swipe, it is a very, very simple one, so you won't have to worry about failing it like in the casino heist, where you got to be just perfect, which is sometimes annoying if sometimes your friend's audio is off by 3 seconds and it screws up the card swipe. This one you won't have to worry because this one is a much slower and easier one. So if you two want to, you could just instantly just press X as soon as you get the option to, and you still won't fail it. Now, as you can see here, there's 2 gold right here. At first I thought he was going to go collect the 2 and then I was going to take the other bit, but then I realized we were just going to go get the gold in the next one, so I just started to realize my mistake, and I moved forwards right here. And also, as another thing as well, in the office of El Rubio's office, inside of that safe, you do not need a key or anything. It is just unlocked, like when you're if you have your weapons locker inside your CEO office or any other place that has like the door where you push in and out. you can instantly open it up, and you can just get the 100k almost in it, and you won't have to worry about it taking up space whatsoever. Now, as you can see, we had a bit of a funny moment right here where we were just deciding who was going to take it first. At first, I was about to take it, so I went and did a little shimmy shammy around about to do it, but then he said, "No, I'll do it." And then, yeah, then this situation happened where we were just deciding who was going to do it. So I did it first. As you can see, he's about to go take it. We're having a bit of an awkward situation there. Now, as you see, I'm going through the door and going up these stairs so I can go kill this enemy that is up here, because once you get the primary target, new enemies will spawn, but they are not bothersome whatsoever when you're doing it, and nothing really to worry about, and most of the enemies, you don't have to worry about them. But if you think that they're going to spot you, just go and kill them anyway. I kill these two guards here because they were in my way, and this one as well, I killed him so then we wouldn't get spotted as my mate's coming up the stairs. Now, I will also say here that most people go to a main dock or something, grab a boat and swim off. Or if you have seen some speedrun videos I see one guy who got under 5 minutes. What he did was he just grabbed the primary target and speedrun the rest and get a bike, which is by that enemy that we are just passing by now on a dirt bike and going off the side of right now. Now, when you grab the dirt bike, just follow what we were about to do, but make sure you ain't following it at the same time because we are taking it a bit slow. So maybe watch this after when you're doing it so you don't take up the time and get spotted. As well, I would also check out his video as well. His is very explaining as well on how to do it. We're just showing you how to do it with 2 people and how to get 1.8 million for the heist if you just get the standard tequila thing. And as you see here, my mate just shot him, and we had another funny transition of who was going to drive, and then I saw him, like, he wasn't there, and then I was going to say, okay, you drive, but then he hopped in the back seat, and we're having a bit of a laugh. Now, as you can see, we're going up this little hill right here. Don't go through the checkpoint if you've already got full bags already. Now, we're having a bit of crashes here because the trees are basically immortal, and it is very annoying when we're doing this because you can spin out really easily in the car, and it is not a very good vehicle to control. But anyway, what you want to do is launch, so then you can get very far away from the cliff, so you won't have to worry about your bags taking damage and you losing money. Now, what we did is we actually failed earlier. I just cut the cut screen, so we won't have to worry about seeing that bit there. So we didn't do the elite challenge because we failed earlier because of one little glitch of where apparently one of the enemies saw us, but we don't have to worry about that anyway. And as soon as you go far a little, it's already saying it's already ended, so you won't have to worry about swimming out for miles and miles and miles, still waiting and giving and having a very sore finger afterwards. Now, as you can see, that's basically the main explanation of my guide of how I do it. You can stay a little longer if you want to. I'm just going to be telling you what you can just wait to stay a little longer, and you can see what do you get out of doing this heist. Now, what I will say is don't, if it says potential take, there's a lot of clickbaiting going around about 4.6 million. That is not true. The max you can almost get is about 3 million. As you see, oh, we did actually do it. I don't forget about what I was saying earlier about failing it. I guess it was on my last heist earlier because we wasn't able to do it. But as you see, we get a nice 50k, and we're almost got 900,000 because we both did 50-50. Now, as you can see, you get a ton of RP, and as you can see, I almost leveled up as well. And if you want to pause the video and see everything, what like anything is. Now, I don't know if you are interested in this, but I will say it anyway. if you're wondering what the song is, it is on the new channel, the Illuminati one, which is called Cycle. I have found it on YouTube as well. I've added it to my playlist of the classical songs. If you go in my account on my channel, and yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and like and subscribe.